Hey, friends. Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. Come join me, your host, Nicole, for some hope-filled conversations about heartfelt entertainment that makes your heart swing. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. I'm your host, Nicole, and I am very excited today to have a special guest to the podcast for the first time, producer and director Linda-Lisa Hayter. Postables and Hallmarkies, you will recognize her work, which includes such features as Signed, Sealed, Delivered, The Vows We Have Made, Right in Front of Me, Unexpected Grace, Haunted Harmony Mysteries, Murder in G Major, Betty's Bad Luck and Love, and one of my personal favorite Christmas movies from 2021, 5 More Minutes. Hi, Linda-Lisa. Thanks so much for chatting.
I'm glad you like that one.
Yes.
That's good. I like that one too.
Yes, it's a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
And thanks so much for chatting with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Tell us how you got started in the film and TV industry. Did you become interested at an early age?
Actually, I grew up in it. When I was a little girl, my father was a director, and I didn't know any different. You know, I would go on film sets all the time, and he'd put me in commercials when I was a little girl.
Yeah.
And I just sort of didn't know the world without it. But I did, you know, how you rebel against your parents. Well, at least I did. I'm like, I'm not going into film. I'm not doing that. And so I didn't. And then I did later in life. I went back to film school and I learned to craft. I learned script supervising.
That's amazing.
Because there were no female directors back then.
Yeah.
Very few. Sorry, there were very few. There were some like Ann Wheeler, you know, who were rocking it here in Canada, but very few. And, you know, a woman was supposed to stand by the male director and take notes and, you know, help him along.
Yeah.
And then fortunately, the years changed. And when I was on a TV show called iZombie, it was a CW show.
I've heard of that.
The producer, it was a fun one. It was a good sort of comedy. Yeah. And they said, we'll give you a shot. And they did.
That's amazing.
And it went from there. And then I finally left script supervising and took a chance to direct full time. And I went down to LA and I met some people at Hallmark.
That's
and
amazing.
Later they gave me Cranberry Christmas as my first one to direct.
Yes.
And I've never looked back. It's been fantastic. It's been delightful. Yeah.
That's amazing. Before we get into your Hallmark work, you have dozens of credits in film and TV. What have been some of your favorite projects to work on?
Stargate was pretty fun.
I've heard of Stargate.
Stargate was a good one. There's some pretty amazing sets on that one.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty epic. iZombie was truly a great experience. The star Rose McIver, she's in I think it's called Ghosts on CBS.
I think I've heard of that. I've never watched it, but I think I've heard of it.
She was in a bunch of Hallmark movies. What was it? Well, I think it was Hallmark. Princess. What the heck were they? Christmas Prince. I can't remember what they were called. Anyways, I can't remember. She did a bunch of those, but she was truly such a delight to work with. It made all the years that we did that special. When you have lovely cast, it can just set the tone for everything. And I had a great crew, and it was just a real camaraderie, which is what the film industry is. You know, you make mates for life. You do.
Yes, I've heard that, and that's definitely true in the podcasting community too. I have a great group of podcast friends too, and we stick together.
That's so cool. I haven't heard that. I love that.
Who are some of the most notable actors you've worked with, and who are some of your favorites?
Well, in the Hallmark world, I've had some pretty good people. I've been really lucky. I've been really lucky.
Yeah.
Nikki DeLoach was on my first one, and I fell in love with her to start with, and I'd love to work with her anytime.
Yeah.
God, everybody's been great. I mean, I just worked with I just did a movie with Lacey right now.
Yeah.
She's such an angel. Oh my goodness, Lacey and Brennan. Oh my God, what
both of them.
They're so good. The cast of SSD, they're just like, they're amazing. They're talented people.
Yes, they are.
They are
And
very talented.
yes, and very
Yeah.
kind too. I
Yeah.
actually, a little over 2 years ago, I went to a fan convention called Rama Drama, and they were
Yeah.
there, and I got to meet all of them except Jeff. I think Jeff had a filming conflict, so he wasn't there. But I met Gregory, Eric, Kristen, Crystal, and
Yeah.
Zach. All
They lovely.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Really good people. Oh my goodness.
Incredibly kind people.
Tamara Mallory Housley,
Love her.
she's
Yeah.
like a sister now. She's like a
Oh,
sister I didn't know. Same with Crystal. They became sisters to me. I didn't know I had
that's
these younger
amazing.
sisters, but I do now.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yes.
Um, yeah. Gosh, Janelle Parrish was a delight to work with.
Yeah.
Holly Robinson Pete,
Love her too.
funny lady. Oh my God, she's funny.
Yes.
Holy, she's good. Yeah,
Yes.
loved her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been really lucky. I have
Yes. Yeah.
great humans.
The Hallmark community, I will say, there's nothing like it. All the Hallmark talent that I have met, all just incredibly kind people. And
Yeah,
you don't see that every day, which is,
yeah,
it's very refreshing.
it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Especially in that industry. Yeah,
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
it's really good.
You mentioned your first Hallmark movie was Cranberry Christmas in
Yeah,
2020. What led you to the network? Did you pitch them or did they find you?
good question. What did happen? I think I went down and I met all the major TV
Yes.
networks.
Yeah.
And Hallmark was on the list.
Mm-hmm.
And I met them, and there's something about that network
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
makes me feel like it's worthwhile doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? You're not contributing to planting seeds of violence
Yeah.
or disrupt to society. It's work that's based on kindness and love.
Yes.
And if my child can sit down in front of that and see it and know that his mommy was part of
Yeah.
that sits in my heart okay. And that's the kind of
Yes.
stuff I want to do. And why would I ever change it?
Yeah. Very true. And I'm so glad that you are a part of the Hallmark community. You're a fantastic
Thank you.
director.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Yes.
I appreciate that.
You've done several things with Hallmark. Is it different working with that network compared to other networks and producers?
I mean, there's the same formula for all of them.
Yeah.
But and the same camaraderie with all of them. It's a good
Yeah.
question. I mean, it's the content.
Yeah,
It's the content. And the content tends to draw like-minded people, right? So if you're into doing the big stunt shows and the big green screens and the superheroes, or if you're drawn to doing like the stuff with the big fights and the car chases, it draws like-minded people. And all, I don't disrespect to anybody, no disrespect at all, but just for my stuff, for my heart, I like the soft treading more gently on the earth, and I like the more kinder, softer stories, and I like human stories.
Yes, me too.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it tends to attract like-minded people.
Yeah.
And we're all trying to create the right thing that can maybe, who knows who, maybe somebody's watching it who really needed to see that, really needed to feel something that night, really needed a good cry, really needed a good laugh, really needed a memory spark that makes them feel good, maybe made them feel some hope for something for tomorrow. Any of those kind of human emotions, I want to be part of stimulating in an audience. And I think everybody around me in Hallmark has that same ethos.
Yes, I could definitely see that. Yeah. And I will say, Hallmark is one of the only networks I watch these days. I'm not even joking.
Really?
Hallmark, and then the home renovation shows on HGTV or Magnolia Network.
Yeah.
Fixer Upper is one of my favorites with Chip and Joanna Gaines.
I hear you. I understand.
Yeah. And then sometimes every now and then I'll watch a food show, like a food cooking show.
Yes, actually, I'm with you. I just started recording Jamie Oliver's Seasons or whatever it is that came out in the spring.
Oh.
And it looks so beautiful. I can't wait to tuck in. I just wrapped on Monday that other movie. So I can't wait to start watching that.
That's awesome. I've
Yeah,
never heard of that, but I'll have to check that out.
it's his new one.
I will
Yeah,
definitely look into that and see if there's
yeah.
anywhere I can stream it. I'm sure that there is. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Yeah.
Yes. In the process of making a movie or directing a show, how often do you find the need to go back to the writer for changes? For example, are there situations where the story needs to be slightly changed to make it work within your vision?
Oh, absolutely. And also within productions limitations too.
Yeah.
You know, a writer could write something about, you know, for instance, the one I just did is, based in Manhattan.
Okay.
I live in Vancouver. There's a lot of ocean, a lot of mountains
Yeah.
everywhere in turn.
Yes. Yeah.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
But you can't change it. You have to kind of do your
Yeah.
best and get
Mm-hmm.
creative there and try and pretend and then
Yes.
sell the illusion as best you
Yeah.
can. But it's always a little bit of working with the script when you get
Mm-hmm.
started. Always, yeah, and always
Mm-hmm.
the writers are fantastic and
Yeah.
enthusiastic. And I met a writer I didn't fall in love with. They're all so lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the Hallmark
and
screenwriters are.
Martha. I mean,
Fantastic.
come on,
Martha,
Martha.
Martha blows me away every single time.
Oh, I love her.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I was terrified to meet her when I first had to meet her to interview
Oh,
for the vows we have made. And oh my God, after I got off the Zoom, I was like, this woman is amazing. She's
she
almost
is.
not human. She's like superhuman. And what she's trying to do in the life that she has and how she's trying to touch people. She
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh my God, I have so much respect for her.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. She blows me away every
Yeah.
single time.
She
Yeah.
is an amazing human. Absolutely
Yes.
amazing. She's
Yes.
important to have here on the planet with us right now.
Yes, she
Yeah.
is. I
Yeah.
would love the opportunity to meet her one day.
Oh, you'd love her.
Talk to her.
Love
Yeah.
her. Very special human.
Yes. I actually just maybe a few months ago, maybe almost a year ago, I think, started watching Touched by an Angel because I think
Did you?
that came out before I was born. So I didn't grow
Oh
up on
my
that
goodness.
show, or maybe it
Yeah.
came out a little before I was born, but I was too
Yeah.
young to actually
Of course.
watch.
Yeah.
That is an amazing show too.
Yeah. She's really made her mark.
Yes,
She really
she
has
has. Yeah.
an important mark. And she continues
Yes.
with SSD, right? I mean,
Yes.
tonight's movie,
So excited.
he's written a script it's gonna challenge you a little bit. It's gonna make you
Yes.
feel stuff. And the actors, of course,
Yeah.
bring it. I mean, Eric and Kristen, they just
Mm-hmm.
they
There.
had to go deep to do this stuff. Like there's
Yeah.
some stuff happening. This is not
Yes.
going to be just light entertainment. This is stuff that's going to
No.
make you feel.
Yes.
Martha's words are incredible, and these
Mm-hmm.
actors did a great job.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah.
Yes. I was telling Kristen when I talked to her last week that
Yep.
I always love the romantic, lovey-dovey scenes, but one of my favorite things is the deep, emotional, complex storylines.
I'm so glad to hear that. I
Yes.
think we need to provide that material because it's almost like, when we look around the world and we see what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
the absolute devastation that's happening in so many places, and so many people are
Yes.
being destroyed and cultures are being destroyed, and we need to start feeling like we've almost gone numb. Good with light entertainment to some degree can numb us. Like we need to crack it open a bit and feel, right? And then that can spread. Then we can feel maybe affect change somehow in the world.
Yes. I
Does it
agree.
make sense? I don't know. That sounds very fairy.
No, it makes a ton of sense. Yes, I completely agree. Yes. Before we get into A Tale of Three Letters, what do you think are the most important elements of filmmaking?
That's a good question. 3 elements.
Okay.
Care. Please always care.
Yes.
Don't just call it in anybody, whether you're the person parking the cars for the crew to the producer. Just stay engaged and care.
Yeah.
because that will be reflected throughout the entire atmosphere in which we're working, which of course transcends through onto the screen of what we're making.
Yes.
Kindness. I'm all emotional, yeah, good camera is great, but I do think these things set the tone for the technical things. Kindness, respect, care, look after each other. It's hard. Filmmaking super hard. And for everybody, the hours are long, the demands are high, and respect for each other during the entire process of making a film. Understanding somebody might be getting pushed that day. They might be super hot. They might be super cold. They might be really tired and only getting 5 hours sleep. All this awful stuff that has to happen in order to make a film with the demands because of the short amount of time we have to do it. Just staying human with each other. I'm not going to talk about anything technical. I'm going to talk about care for each other as we create. Artists creating and caring about each other and caring about the end product together.
Yes, that's very important. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. What are the biggest challenges that a film director faces?
Not enough money, not enough time.
That's understandable. Yeah.
That'll be what everybody would say. I think those are the two biggest. Everything else is actually a joy. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. I just love it.
Yes. Especially with Hallmark. I know that normally when a Hallmark movie is filmed, it takes about 2 weeks, I believe. So that is a very short time frame.
3.
Oh, 3 weeks. Yes. 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 weeks you prep the movie and 3 weeks you shoot the movie. So it's 6 weeks total and then a week after to edit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But all the work on these Hallmark movies is just fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and there's more after that. After I step away, then the producers do their edit.
Yes.
Then the network does their edit. Yes. And then everybody, the composer does the music. Yeah. And everybody goes through and does all their stuff and the visual effects. It's another 2 months worth of work on that. It's so much stuff that goes into a movie. It's huge.
Yeah. Post-production, everything. I have so much respect for everyone, not just the cast and the screenwriters and the directors, but all the crew as well.
Yeah. Yeah. They're all there working hard.
Yes. And all of the Hallmark fans are very thankful for all of the hard work that everyone puts into these movies.
Well, that's so nice. You good people.
Yes.
Good people.
What is the funniest or craziest thing that has ever happened on a set?
Wow. Well, I remember once, back when safety wasn't what it is now. I remember when I was a script supervisor, I had to be inside a electric fence in a forest with a giant bear.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and I remember the actor couldn't do his lines, so I had to sit close to give him his lines. And there was a bear. There's a bear like right there. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I was terrified.
No, thank you.
I remember having to lie down behind a couch with another actor that couldn't remember his lines, and I was too far away. I had to be on the set lying behind a couch, beating lines. Careful that my hair didn't creep out underneath the couch or my toes weren't seen.
No, thank you. I don't do wild animals.
No. And just working till 6 a.m. in the snow or something, night shoot in the forest, those crazy things.
Yeah.
I remember I was telling somebody the other day, I remember in Cranberry Christmas, it was super, super hot that summer we were shooting it. And poor Ben and Nikki were in sweaters and coats and scarves, and we were putting snow in the trees, and the special effects guys were using like a spray shaving cream.
Yeah.
And it looked really great for 2 minutes, and then it started to melt and drip. So it was dripping shaving cream, and it didn't look like snow. It was so hot. That was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
All kinds of challenges. Yes. Just pray nobody sees them.
Wow, that is crazy. Oh my goodness. I always love hearing behind the scenes stories from filming of these Hallmark movies. That's one of my favorite parts of talking to the talent. Yeah.
We I've got more for you, but I can't tell you because it's on the number 13 of which won't be out. I don't know.
Okay.
out. Yeah, I've got some funny stuff on that one too.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always funny things that happen that you can't control. You just have to work around it somehow.
Yes. Maybe I'll have to have you back before the next movie. I would love that. Yes. Moving into Signs of Delivered, A Tale of Three Letters. This will be your second time directing for Signs of Delivered. How did you get involved with the series and what drew you to it? Were you a fan of the show before coming on as a director?
Briefly, I hadn't watched all of them. Once I signed on, I sat down and watched all of them, like
That's amazing.
top to bottom, and the TV series as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just something I wanted to be involved in. I was working with a producer called Joel Rice for.
I've heard of Joel. Yeah.
Yeah, and he tends to have the same heart request on his project that I have, and we met and we realized we would like to do work together. So we've done lots of shows together since then. And he brought me to meet Martha that time on that Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
And that's how I got introduced to it. And I've never looked back now. So it was because of Joel that I got into these. And then Martha and I just somehow click. And the cast and my girls. I mean, Boothie and Crystal are my girls. I just put a shot up of them on Instagram the other day.
That was beautiful.
I had them over one day, and we just had a great time. My husband went out and caught crab for us, so we had fresh crab on the table, and we had Aperol spritzes, and we had sunshine, and they're just good people. It's nice to just work with some really fun, good people that you connect with, and you're doing a good project that's worthwhile doing.
Yes. Do you have a favorite episode of the series?
I really like the one that Kevin Fair did. I forgot what it was called, and it started off with the aftermath of the storm.
Oh, Higher Ground? About Katrina, Hurricane Katrina. That's one of my favorites.
Yes, I thought that was fabulous.
Yes, that one is fantastic.
Stood out for me. Yeah.
Yes, that is in my top 3.
Favorite. Is it? What are you other two?
Oh goodness. I love them all. Don't get me wrong. I love them all. They're all amazing in their own way. But I think rounding out my top 3 would be To the Altar and. That is such a tough question.
It is tough. There's so many.
And sometimes they change. Sometimes a couple of them change. But right now I'll say The Impossible Dream with the female soldier that comes home.
Oh my, yeah.
Yeah. And the performance of that song and the Miss Special Delivery pageant with Rita.
Oh, that was so cute. Isn't she funny?
Yes.
Her comedic timing. I'm telling you, that girl is funny.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And this one, if I may share, I think it's because we block shot these 2 movies together, which means one day I'm shooting 12, one day I'm shooting 13, one day I'm shooting 12 and 13. So it's really hard to keep it straight. And I think it was 12 where I've got Boothie taking a cup, and she's making a cup of coffee for Oliver, and she's angry about something, so she's spooning sugar in. Well, she spooned so much sugar in, like I don't know, 14 teaspoons or something, and in one shot I had her carrying it over to him, and he sips it in the same shot. I didn't cut. I brought her over in that.
Oh my goodness.
His face is real because he sipped it, and it's got so much sugar in the coffee. And
oh my gosh.
His face is so funny.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Kristen did tell me a funny story last week about there's a scene in the next one that's coming out next year when she takes a sip of Yoo-hoo, but she fakes it.
Yeah, she faked it.
She told me to look out for that.
A couple of them did, the little monkeys. I don't think Rhiannon did either. I don't think Rhiannon even opened the Yoo-hoo. It's like, what are you guys doing? You're supposed to drink Yoo-hoo. It says in the script, drink Yoo-hoo.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait to see that scene.
It's funny.
Oh my goodness. As a director, are there any fun behind the scenes you can share from filming A Tale of Three Letters? And what was your favorite scene to shoot for Shane and Oliver and Rita and Norman? And Charlie too.
Rihanna's amazing, by the way.
Yes, Rhiannon is fantastic.
She's amazing. She was incredible to work with. I hope to do something with her again.
I hope you can too.
The last scene of the movie is one of my favorites.
Okay.
I can't give too much away. I can't really tell you what happens.
That's okay.
The dynamic between Eric and Boothie in this movie is amazing. Like they really went outside of the box.
Yeah.
Because the storyline required that of them, and they really delivered.
Yes.
So almost every scene that they're in is jaw-droppingly, like you can't look away. Like they're that good. The way they ride the line of humor and yet very serious. They ride this line. It's just brilliant.
Wow.
So I'm just every damn scene those two were in, I was dumbfounded. But the end is really lovely. There's a lovely ending that will just, and then, of course, everything that those other two are in is so funny. They just play off each other so well.
Yes.
I mean, all they have to do is look at each other and Jeff can raise his eyebrow and Rita can, do a funny little thing and it's just hilarious. Like they don't even have to speak, those two. They're so good with just physical things with their faces, like small little details that no one else can do, that they do together. Just so endearing and fun to watch. Yeah. That little chemistry that they can do. So everything that they're in is so good. They're so funny. Crystal can walk her across a room and throw one line and she'll have you laughing. Jeff can bend down to get something and look up and say a line and he'll have you laughing. Like the simplest things, but they just can do it like that.
Yes.
They're just, the four of them are outstanding actors.
Yes, they really are. I remember one of the most comedic lines I remember from Jeff as Norman was in the TV series episodes. I think it was the second one, To Whom It May Concern, about the young girl that was saved by the soldier in Afghanistan. And they're at the Mailbox Grill and Norman says something about, I had a dream once, a dream about cheese with feet.
Be prepared for more cheese jokes.
Yay.
That's another good one coming. I can't remember if it was 12 or 13, but there's another good cheese one coming in.
Oh my goodness.
And I think Eric he has one word that he delivers that's the funniest moment for me, the way he delivered it. And all I'm going to say is it's related to Harry Potter.
Okay.
One word. And the way he says it and his face, oh my God, he had me laughing every time he did it. Another thing he had to do as well is, okay, I'm just going to say, I won't tell you in what context,
okay.
But he says something about a cat.
Okay.
And the way he says, and what it's about, and what he's feeling when he says that word, again, one word just had me just howling like howling when I say cut. I was laughing.
I will definitely look out for that.
The way Kristen can, she's going to open up your heart tonight. She's going to make you, she's going to tear in there a little bit.
Oh, yes.
She's good.
Yes, they all are fantastic. And I have to agree with you. The chemistry between all of them is amazing. But Eric and Kristen, there's something about their dynamic that just blows me away every single time.
Yeah. It's really special.
Yes. I can't wait to see how Shane and Oliver navigate married life and get through this hurdle that I know that they will get through because their love is strong.
Yeah. And, Martha wrote something that's real.
Yes. And that's what I love about her writing is it's very real and relatable to a ton of people all over the world.
That's the plan.
Yes.
That's what she's trying to do. And that's why I want to be part of it. Because
yes,
we need it. We need to feel, we don't want to feel alone.
Yes, very true.
We want to know that we're all going through stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not just all about,
Mm-hmm.
unicorns and rainbows, which God love them. I love them both. But
Yeah.
there's stuff that goes on that makes us hurt, and we're not alone.
Yes, very true. The cast has been complimentary of you keeping them on track emotionally during this challenging block shooting of 2 films simultaneously.
That's nice to hear.
How hard is that to do for you as a director?
Hard. It's hard, but I'm used to it. I've been in for over 30 years, so I've done block shooting before, and it just takes organization before you go onto the floor. You just have to have it all mapped out, so that at any given time you can say, okay, you've just come from here to here, because as you know, we don't shoot in order.
No,
right? We might at the end of the scene on week 1, you just, so it's flip-flopping back and forth. So it's just being organized. Just being organized. That's all it takes.
Yes. What makes Martha so exceptional as a screenwriter from a director's point of view?
From my point of view, I'll say she just writes content that I feel is extremely worthwhile providing.
Yes. The world needs so much more of her writing.
Yeah. I keep saying that to her. I think I said that. I say that almost every time I see her. It's like, don't ever stop.
No.
We need her.
Yes.
We need her. Her job on this planet is pretty important.
Yes. It
affects a lot of people. So it's just an honor to put on the screen what she puts onto the page.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I truly hope that this show goes for many years to come, because
I wonder, it's wonderful to see them growing up and going through stuff. Like, we're all growing up and we're changing and we're going through stuff.
Yes.
It's none of us feel alone when we see these stories.
Yes.
Right?
I will say that Signed, Sealed, Delivered is my #1 favorite show, I think, of all time.
Wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. So worthwhile. Yeah, it's a lovely one. It's a treat.
Yes. And some of the Postables have always hoped that this show will go long enough so that we can see the Postables move into the retirement home that Oliver bought in The Impossible Dream.
Let's do it.
Which would be amazing. I would love to see that personally.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Maybe we will. If we can keep convincing Martha to keep going.
Fingers crossed. I hope the show goes much longer.
Well, I hope you feel that way tonight after you watch it, because I said you're gonna go on a ride tonight.
Yeah. I'm sure that I and all the Postables will love this movie. We are so excited and ecstatic that this show is coming back.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Yes.
It's so good to be part of it. I love it so much.
And we're so glad that you are a part of it.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. For anyone whose first introduction to your work is A Tale of Three Letters, what would you like people to take away from this film?
To know that if you're going through the things that you see happen on the screen tonight, you're not alone. This stuff happens. We go through stuff. Never deny it, never suppress it, never pretend you're not real, you're not human. Experience being a human, the good and the bad and the ugly.
Yeah.
Keep hope going, find ways to solve. Don't walk away from problems, hit them head on, figure it out, and move ahead.
Yes.
And learn.
Yep. One of the things Kristen said was compromise and relationships are hard work, which they are.
They are. It's so easy to walk away.
Yes.
It's so easy. But it's hard work to communicate, number one.
Communication, that was another one.
Yeah, right. And I think I'm very happy to be part of a show that's encouraging communication.
Yes.
I'm not sure if we do a lot of that.
No.
I don't think it's easy for people. And I don't even, I wish sometimes we taught this stuff in schools to our children. I'm all for math and all that, but we need to teach some life skills a little bit better, because we're great communicators. I think we are very reactionary in a lot of ways, especially with what
Mhm.
we're seeing going on in the world.
Yes.
You know, there's certain men out there who have too much power and they're
Yeah.
reactionary to each other and they're not communicating effectively and things are getting destroyed.
Yeah, I agree completely. Yeah.
We women, we need Martha to step in.
Yes.
Martha,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I wonder if we'll go for that.
Maybe. If you could describe a tale of 3 letters in one word, what would it be?
Love.
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 Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good word for it. Yeah.
Believe in love.
Yes, that's a good one.
Never give up. Never give up
Yes.
on love. Believe in it and feed it.
Yes.
Don't let it dry up and die. Like feed
Yes.
it. Take
Yes.
care of it. And let it
Yes.
grow into
Yep.
many different phases.
That's a great one. Yeah. Before we start to wrap up, I have a fun signed, sealed, delivered this or that game if you would like to play.
Okay.
Mailbox Grill or Bistro Ramon?
Bistro Ramones.
That's a good one. I think I'd have to pick Mailbox Grill, but
That's before my time, you see.
that's okay. Yes. Bistro Ramon is great too. Yoo-hoo or kombucha?
Kombucha.
I've never
Better
had
for you.
kombucha.
Huh?
I've never had it, but I will have to try
You
it. No?
It's acquired, but it's a lot healthier than you.
Yes. Yeah, Yoo-hoo is very sweet. I've had Yoo-hoo. I can't drink it a lot.
I don't think I could. But I love the name.
It's one staple of this show, which I love. So
Yeah.
lemon curd or meringue?
Lemon curd. I'm half Australian, half English. I grew up with it. I like it.
I've never had either one, but I will have to try it.
Really? Have to try it.
I will have to find a recipe and try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Montaldo's or the E-flat Lounge?
Okay, that's before my time, isn't it then?
Yes, Montaldo's was where Shane and Oliver had their first date that went wrong.
Okay.
And the E-flat Lounge is where they had their date in Higher Ground.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I would have to say
that movie. Yeah.
Yes, the Jazz Club. That's what the E-flat Lounge is. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes. Jazz or the blues?
Depends on the mood.
Yeah.
Depends on the mood. I can't pick because it depends on where you're at emotionally that when you're listening. I love both.
Yes. I think I would pick the blues. That's a tough one, but they're both great. I love Kev Moe's music, and I think he's in the blues genre. So, yeah.
Okay.
Camping trip or road trip?
Oh, gosh. Depends on the weather.
Yeah.
If it's great weather, camping. If it's not so great, road trip.
I would have to say road trip. I love the outdoors, but I'm not a big camping person. Like, I don't want to sleep in a tent that's unsecured. No, thank you.
Have you never done that? You must like it.
I've slept in a cabin. I was telling Kristen this last week, but in 5th grade, I went on a trip to Green River Preserve in North Carolina, and we slept in a cabin, and we were warned, don't keep food out because bears can get in the cabin.
Absolutely.
Wild animals, mice.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Nice secure vehicle you can lock the doors.
And I ended up getting scarlet fever after that trip.
Why? What happened?
I don't know. I don't know if it was related to that trip or if somebody else had it. I'm not sure.
Oh, no.
But that put a damper on things.
Oh, that's awful.
Luckily, I got through it okay, but that was not fun.
Did you get it when you were still away?
No, I think I got it when we got back.
We got home. Okay, good. Yeah, because nothing worse than being sick when you're like nowhere near your own bed.
Yeah. Still wasn't fun.
No.
The original DLO, like the one behind me, or the newer one?
The original.
Yeah, you can't beat the original.
It was beautiful.
Yes.
It was shot in a completely different location, which it wasn't available. Like when I did 11, there was no way we could get it. So
yeah.
It was gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. Digital timepiece that requires nightly charging, or a pocket watch / Timex?
Pocket watch.
Pocket watch would be fun. I don't have one, but yeah.
I don't have one either, but I'm old school. I like that
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
old fashioned too. I mean, I
Yeah.
love my digital timepiece that requires nightly charging, but a pocket watch would be fun to have too.
It looks pretty cool.
Yes. I have a watch, but I never wear it.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
I always forget to put it on,
Yeah, I do too.
and then it
So you
stops
just look
working.
at your phone. You just look at our phone and see what time it is. It's terrible.
Homemade Valentine or store-bought Valentine?
Homemade.
Yeah, you can't beat a homemade Valentine.
No. It takes time, which means especially.
Front porch swing or back porch swing?
Oh. Maybe back because it's more private.
Yeah, I was telling Kristen this. I love the back porch swing.
But I love the look of a front porch swing. I'm not, no disrespect to the front porch swing.
And fun story, the first porch scene in this show From Paris with Love on the front porch.
Yep.
That is what inspired this podcast.
How?
Just the porch swing conversations, and that's how.
That's so cool, really?
Yes. Yes.
I love that. Oh,
yes.
That's nice. That's good. I understand.
Chocolate or macaroons?
Chocolate.
Yeah. I love some serious chocolate.
Me too. Oh.
Yes. Tuna fish sandwich or experimental salad?
Experimental salad.
That would be fun. Yeah. I always crack up at that scene in that episode when Shane is just piling on the condiments like the hot sauce and the Tabasco.
Oh, she's so funny. Oh my God.
GPS or map?
Map.
I'd probably pick GPS, but
yeah,
a map is fun too. Yeah.
It's super fun.
It's very complicated though.
No, it's super fun. You can follow if you're driving, if you're the one with the map and the other person's driving, you get to follow along with your finger and go, oh, where does this go? Where does this go? Oh, look at this. It's fun.
That's true. Yeah. Last one, the Dark of Night Award or Oliver's grandfather's pen?
Dark of Night Awards are pretty cool.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Although it was very deep, but Martha tackled that with such class.
Yes, as she always does.
Yes. I will say this show has made me laugh and cry, I think, more than any other show.
And that's what we're trying to do, is just have those emotions and enjoy them and be in that moment and feel, right?
Yes, very true.
That's great. Then you know, when I hear that, I just know that we're doing the right thing. If you feel, rather than just gloss over, but if you feel, we're doing something good.
Yes. It is a fantastic show, and I'm so grateful that the show has continued to go on for so many years.
Well, it's because of people like you.
Oh,
you guys,
thank
you guys support it. You're vocal about it, and and they listen.
Yes.
If you weren't vocal about it, they wouldn't know. They know. They hear you.
Oh. Well, we are all so happy to continue supporting this show for as long as it goes.
So good to hear, right? Love that.
Yes. And we hope that you will be a part of the show as a director for many years to come.
Thank you. Yeah, I love being part of it. It's a great experience. Really worthwhile.
At the end of the interviews, I always ask my guest to share an inspiring quote or piece of advice. Do you have a great quote or piece of advice that you would like to share with my listeners?
Oh, great quote. Gosh. You know what? Let's go on a little, let's go downstairs for a second. I have something I've got written that I look at every day. Do you want me to read it out to you?
Sure.
I'm journey down the stairs and I'm going to read it out to you. There's a quote that I keep on the bathroom mirror. It says, to me, Being spiritual means whispering to trees, laughing with flowers, falling in love with sunsets, consulting the water, and worshiping the stars. One hand to my heart, one hand to earth, and sparkles. Tons of them.
That is great.
Quote I look at every day. Yeah.
That is great. Yes. Well, this was so much fun, Linda-Lisa. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was really nice to meet you properly. I mean, we've talked on Instagram a lot, but I've never actually been face to face. So it's really cool to do that.
Well, it was so nice to meet you virtually. And I hope to have you back on again in the future.
I would be honored. Thank you for having me. Have a wonderful afternoon.
You too. All right, Postables. I think that wraps up my interview with Linda-Lisa Hayter. If you enjoyed this interview, you can like this video and share what you're most excited for about Signed, Sealed, Delivered, A Tale of Three Letters in the comments. And make sure to tune in to Hallmark Mystery tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for the premiere. And if you are not able to tune in tonight, make sure to check it out on Hallmark Movies Now tomorrow. If you want to stay up to date on all of my episodes, you can subscribe to this channel and make sure to turn on the bell so you are alerted when new episodes come. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. I love y'all. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.